Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I am Saira Mujtaba and with me is Rupinder Kaur Chawla with the Midday News. The headlines. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath unveils new state population policy 2021-2030. NIA raids multiple locations in Kashmir Valley. Alleged accused arrested in terror funding case. External Affairs Ministry says Consulate General in Kandahar is open. Indian staff brought back for time being due to intense fighting near Kandahar city. More than 37 crore 60 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.2%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked people of the country to nominate people doing exceptional work at the grassroots level for Padma Awards. Nominations open till 15th of September. Thawarchand Gehlot sworn in as 19th Governor of Karnataka. Vinay Prakash appointed as Resident Grievance Officer for Twitter India. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and England to be played at Hove today. Italy to lock horns with England in summit clash of Euro Cup football in London this evening. And defending champion Novak Djokovic to clash with Italy's Matteo Berrettini for men's singles of Wimbledon tennis tonight. As the nationwide free COVID-19 vaccination campaign at government facilities for those above 18 years is going on, we advise our young listeners to get vaccinated and also help others get vaccinated. We also advise our listeners not to lower their guard as COVID-19 remains a threat to our health. Please stay at home unless it is essential to go out and continue to follow these 3 simple steps. Wear a face mask, maintain 2 gaz ki duri for social distancing, focus on hand and face hygiene. For any COVID-related information and guidance, contact national helpline numbers 011-2397-8046 and 1075. And now the news in detail. In Uttar Pradesh, the government has announced new population policy 2021-2030 on the occasion of World Population Day today. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in a program at Lucknow released a booklet on the occasion. He said all groups of the society have to be included in the population control program. He said this policy will bring wellness and happiness in people's life.
वास्तव में जनसंख्या स्थिरीकरण का जो प्रयास है यह समाज की व्यापक जागरूकता के साथ जुड़ा हुआ है। हमें इस बात को नहीं भूलना चाहिए कि अगर समाज में जहां गरीबी है वहां जनसंख्या वृद्धि का उसके साथ एक संबंध हो जाता है और इस दृष्टि से व्यापक जागरूकता का एक अभियान उन सभी तबकों को ध्यान में रख करके जब तक हम लोग नहीं चलाएंगे तब तक उन लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने में कठिनाई होगी और खासतौर पर जब यूनाइटेड नेशन ने दुनिया के सभी देशों से 2030 तक सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स को अचीव करने का एक लक्ष्य दिया हो और देश के अंदर आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में उन लक्ष्यों को प्राप्त करने की दिशा में प्रयास प्रारंभ हुए हों तो देश में आबादी के हिसाब से सबसे बड़े इस राज्य के बारे में हमें अवश्य सोचना होगा.
The draft law list has been put in public domain and the government has sought suggestions from the people in policy draft. The recommendations of the policy will be effective after 1 year of Gazette notification. The government is to give incentives and disincentives for the promotion of the 2-child norm in the state. Meanwhile, with the announcement of the population policy, the activities on Population Stabilization Fortnight started from today to encourage family planning in the state. More from our Lucknow correspondent.
On this occasion, Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath said, population control is the primary condition for the establishment of an advanced society. He asked people to take place to make ourselves and society aware of the problems arising from the increasing population. According to the policy draft, people having more than 2 children will not be able to fight local body elections. Those who having up to 2 offsprings will be provided more government facilities and incentives. The draft also says that government employees not following 2 children norms will be forbidden several benefits. People breaching policy will not be able to take benefit of subsidy and government schemes. Chief Minister on this occasion also started distribution of Sagun kits to encourage the means of family planning among the newlyweds. MS Yadav, Yaya News, Lucknow.
The National Investigation Agency NIA today raided multiple locations in Kashmir Valley and arrested some alleged accused persons in different cases. According to sources, the raids took place in Nau Bazar area of Srinagar, Anantnag and Baramulla. The NIA, along with Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF, raided a Darul Uloom located in Nau Bazar in Srinagar and conducted searches. Some important documents and a laptop were seized on the spot, and its chairman, Adnan Ahmed Nadwi, son of Nuruddin Bhatt, a resident of Hawal, was arrested by NIA for further investigation. Sources said that the Darul Uloom that was raided today is affiliated to Darul Uloom Lucknow. In South Kashmir's Anantnag district, raids were conducted at several locations, including Pushru Ashbal, Magrepora Ashbal, Sunsuma Ashbal by NIA, along with Jammu and Kashmir Police and CRPF. Some important documents and laptops were seized for further investigations by the NIA.
In a major crackdown on anti-national elements, Jammu and Kashmir administration has terminated 11 government employees for their alleged involvement in terror funding activities. Those sacked from government jobs include 2 sons of the most wanted terrorist Sayyid Salahuddin, who is also the founder of Hizbul Mujahideen. The designated committee in Jammu and Kashmir for scrutinizing and recommending cases had called for their dismissal from government service. The committee unearthed 3 overground workers who served for the terror outfit Lashkar-e-Taiba. One of the undercover agents was allegedly providing information to terrorists about the movement of security forces, abetting and harboring terrorists to carry out activities in a clandestine manner. 2 other teachers from Anantnag were found involved in anti-national activities, including participating, supporting and propagating the secessionist ideology of banned organizations. 8 other government employees who have been dismissed from duty include 2 constables of J&K police who allegedly supported terrorism from within the police department and provided inside information to the terrorists, as also logistic support. External Affairs Ministry today said the Consulate General in Kandahar has not been closed, but India-based personnel have been brought back for the time being due to the intense fighting near Kandahar city. In response to media queries on the Indian Consulate in Kandahar, Ministry spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said India is closely monitoring the evolving security situation in Afghanistan and safety and security of Indian personnel is paramount. He emphasized that this is a purely temporary measure until the situation stabilizes and the consulate continues to operate through local staff members. Arrangements are being made to ensure continued delivery of visa and consular services through Indian Embassy in Kabul. The spokesperson said India remains committed to a peaceful, sovereign and democratic Afghanistan.
More than 37 crore 60 lakh vaccine doses have been administered so far under the nationwide vaccination drive. The Health Ministry said 37,23,000 doses were administered in the last 24 hours. The recovery rate has gone up to 97.2%. Over 41,000 patients recovered in the last 24 hours. Till now, over 2 crore 99 lakh people have recovered from COVID infection. India reported over 41,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. The country's active caseload is currently 4,54,118. Active cases constitute 1.47% of total cases. 895 deaths were reported in the last 24 hours. Till now, over 4,08,000 people have lost their lives due to the pandemic. Testing capacity has been substantially ramped up and over 43 crore 8 lakh tests have been conducted till now. Yesterday, 18,43,000 tests were conducted. The government today said that more than 38.6 crore vaccine doses have been provided to states and UTs so far, and a further 11,25,140 doses are in the pipeline. As part of the nationwide vaccination drive, the union government has been supporting the states and UTs by providing them COVID vaccines free of cost. In the new phase of the universalization of the COVID-19 vaccination drive, the government will procure and supply 75% of the vaccines being produced by the vaccine manufacturers in the country. The Health Ministry said more than 1,44 lakh unutilized COVID vaccine doses are still available with the states and UTs and private hospitals.
Madhya Pradesh government has issued instructions to all districts to be vigilant against Zika virus. Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan has said that there is a need to be alert and cautious from Zika virus. He further said that the status of corona infection is being reviewed daily. Massive testing is going on in the entire state. More from a Bhopal correspondent.
The Health Department has instructed all the districts to take preventive measures against Zika virus. The authorities concerned have been instructed to conduct larval surveillance. The order has advised the local authorities to collect samples from suspected cases and send for testing. Meanwhile, the state on Saturday reported 27 COVID-19 cases, while one death took the toll in the state to 9,025. The active cases in the state reduced to 392 and 40 patients recovered from infection yesterday. Bhopal reported 10, while Indore reported 6 new cases. Pooja P. Vardhan, AIR News, Bhopal.
Assam Chief Minister Hemant Biswa Sarma has launched a scheme today for the benefit of those women who lost their husbands due to COVID-19. The aim of the Chief Minister's COVID-19 Widow Support Scheme promises one-time financial assistance of 2.5 lakh rupees to help such widows. The Chief Minister handed over the checks to 176 eligible beneficiaries in Guwahati today. Official sources said that a total of 873 beneficiaries have been identified as of now under this scheme.
Nagaland has entered the second phase of unlock for 7 days from today. The state's first phase of unlock, which was initiated for a period of 10 days from 1st of July, came to an end yesterday. The high-powered committee on COVID-19, headed by Chief Minister Nephew Rio on Thursday, last reviewed the COVID-19 situation and felt the need for further relaxations and reopening of more activities while continuing with the existing lockdown measures based on the improvement in the overall COVID-19 situation as reflected by various parameters.
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath unveils new state population policy 2021-2030. NIA raids multiple locations in Kashmir Valley. Alleged accused arrested in terror funding case. External Affairs Ministry says Consulate General in Kandahar is open. Indian staff brought back for time being due to intense fighting near Kandahar city. More than 37 crore 60 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.20%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asks people of the country to nominate people doing exceptional work at the grassroots level for Padma Awards. Nomination open till 15th of September. Thawarchand Gehlot sworn in as 19th Governor of Karnataka. Vinay Prakash appointed as Resident Grievance Officer for Twitter India. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and England to be played at Hove today. Italy to lock horns with England in summit clash of Euro Cup football in London this evening. And defending champion Novak Djokovic to clash with Italy's Matteo Berrettini for men's singles of Wimbledon tennis tonight. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts.
चलो मिलकर एक शुरुआत करें, चलो एक फैसला आज करें, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे, चलो एक इरादा करते हैं, चलो कुछ वादा करते हैं, मास्क नहीं तो टोकेंगे, कोरोना को रोकेंगे.
The Centre is disseminating awareness of national helpline numbers for the benefit of citizens during the COVID-19 pandemic. The helpline number of the Health and Family Welfare Ministry is 1075. The Child Helpline number is 1098. for senior citizens of Delhi, Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. The helpline number is 14567. The helpline number of the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, NIMHANS, for psychological support is 08046110007. The Ayush COVID-19 Counselling helpline number is 14443. And MyGov WhatsApp help desk number is 9013151515.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Midday News. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India has many talented people who are doing exceptional work at the grassroots. In a tweet, Mr. Modi asked people to nominate such inspiring people for Padma Awards. Nominations are open till 15th of September. Senior BJP leader and former Union Minister Thawarchand Gehlot was sworn in as 19th Governor of Karnataka today. Karnataka High Court Chief Justice Abhay Srinivasoka administered the oath of office and secrecy to the new governor. The outgoing governor, Vajubhai Vala, Chief Minister of Karnataka, B.S. Yediyurappa, Legislative Assembly Speaker Vishveshwar Hegde Khegari, Upper House Chairman Basavaraj Horati, and Council of Ministers were present on this occasion. With 50 years of experience in public life, Shri Gehlot has served as Union Minister, Parliamentary Board Member and as Member of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha.
Civil Aviation Minister Jyotiraditya Scindia today said SpiceJet will fly 8 flights from Madhya Pradesh from 16th of July. In a tweet, Mr. Scindia said these will be Gwalior, Mumbai, Gwalior, Gwalior, Pune, Gwalior, Jabalpur, Surat, Jabalpur and Ahmedabad, Gwalior, Ahmedabad. He said his ministry and the aviation industry are committed to take Udan to greater heights. Twitter has named Vinay Prakash as its resident grievance officer for India. The microblogging platform also released the India Transparency Report, which is required to be published under India's new IT rules. Twitter is required to publish a monthly report regarding handling of complaints from users in India, including action taken on them, as well as the number of URLs that Twitter has taken action.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah is on a 3-day visit to Gujarat from today. Apart from performing Mangal Aarti at Lord Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad in the wee hours of Rath Yatra tomorrow, Mr. Shah will also inaugurate and dedicate and lay the foundation stone of a series of development projects. More from our Ahmedabad correspondent.
Union Home Minister today dedicated a water distribution scheme at Civic Center in the Bhopal area of Ahmedabad. He laid the foundation stone of the projects of Railway and Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation in Bhopal. Later, he visited the newly built library at Sterling City in Bhopal. He had also dedicated a modern party plot and a community hall of Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation in Vejalpur area. Sri Shah is scheduled to inaugurate and lay foundation stone of various projects at APMC in Sanand and Bawla later today. Sri Shah will also dedicate the newly built Narcotics and Psychotropic Detection Center at National Forensic Science University in Gandhinagar tomorrow. He will also dedicate a 500-liter capacity oxygen plant at Gandhinagar Civil Hospital. Apart from inauguration and laying foundation stone of various developmental projects in Kalol, Adalaj and Gandhinagar, Sri Shah will also felicitate dignitaries for their contribution in Corona Seva Yajna tomorrow. Yogesh Pandya, AR News, Ahmedabad.
In Orissa, all necessary arrangements are in place to observe the world-famous Rath Yatra in Puri tomorrow. Like in the previous years, this year too, the car festival of Lord Jagannath and his siblings will however be conducted without the devotees due to the prevailing pandemic. We have more from our Bhubaneswar correspondent.
COVID-19 has forced the government to restrict the Rath Yatra, that too, with a strict ban on public participation. Accordingly, while all the entry and exit points to and from Puri are being sealed, curfew is being imposed in the city from 8 p.m. today till 8 p.m. on Tuesday to prevent any kind of congregation. As many as 65 platoons of police are being deployed in the city to oversee the smooth conduct of the car festival tomorrow. Devotees can, however, have the darshan of the deities atop their respective raths through live telecast, even as the grand chariots of Lord Jagannath, Lord Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra chucks along the grand Baradanda tomorrow. Girish Chandra Das, AIR News, Bhubaneswar.
The Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath can be watched live exclusively only on DD National YouTube and on DD Oriya YouTube channels tomorrow starting 6 a.m.
Here is the story of a man on a mission, Gangadhar Tilak Katnam, who drives around in his car every morning on Hyderabad roads to repair the potholes. He has filled over 2,030 potholes so far and has exhausted his pension in this process. The selfless changemaker purchases material used for filling the pots from the contractors by spending money from his own pocket. More from our correspondent.
67-year-old Gangadhar Tilak Katnam, a retired railway employee, is someone who got a large part of his life in the service. The regular course would be to enjoy his retirement life and relax with family and friends. But he is a man on a mission to fill dangerous life-taking potholes in and around Hyderabad city. Every day he goes out along with his wife in a car, and wherever he spots a pothole, he fills it up. The back seat of his car always has a few gunny bags filled with mixed gravel, and which he collects from the roadsides. Talking to AR, Gangadhar spells out his mission.
I started this task in the year 2010 January. After 1.5 years, I left the job there because I could not concentrate there by seeing the specific accidents on the roads. Always I used to think one thing: if the young person meets with an accident and loses life or become an handicapped, what about his family? What about the people depending on him? So after seeing this accident, I could not concentrate there and I went on filling the pothole.
Suresh Dharmapuri, AR News, Hyderabad.
With 13 days to go for Tokyo Olympics, AIR today will talk about Uttar Pradesh's 24-year-old women's 20-kilometer race walker Priyanka Goswami, who recently created a national record and now all set for Olympics.
Born on 10th of March 1996 in UP's Muzaffarnagar, Priyanka comes from a humble background. Her father works as a bus conductor. Praising her struggle and sustained efforts, Prime Minister Narendra Modi in his recent Mann Ki Baat picked life story of Priyanka by lauding her determination and perseverance. In fact, race walking is a sport India has not enjoyed much success at the Olympics. But Tokyo will see 5 Indian athletes in contention with a podium finish and win the country's first ever Olympic medal in race walking. Priyanka first practiced gymnastics at school for a few months before switching to athletics. Priyanka qualified for Tokyo in February 2021 by winning the Open Indian Championship in the 20-kilometer race walk with a new record of 1 hour, 28 minutes and 45 seconds in Ranchi, Jharkhand. Working as a clerk for Indian Railways, Priyanka previously won the national championship in 2017. Priyanka was out of action for 15 days as she tested positive for COVID-19 in May this year. However, she has now returned to her full fitness and aiming for a 1:27 timing in Tokyo in her pursuit to win a medal for India. Sports Desk, AIR News.
Listeners from all across the country are participating in the Olympic quiz of AIR News. Many listeners have emailed us the correct answer to Friday's question. SN Singh of Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh is the winner of our Friday's quiz. Many congratulations to Mr. SN Singh from the entire team of All India Radio News. Speaking to AIR News, Mr. SN Singh expressed his happiness on winning the Olympic quiz.
ओलंपिक क्विज का विजेता बनने पर मुझे बहुत खुशी हो रहा है। इसके लिए मैं आकाशवाणी टीम को धन्यवाद देता हूं कि उन्होंने इस तरह का बहुत अच्छा पहल किया है। मैं ओलंपिक में भाग लेने वाले सभी भारतीय खिलाड़ियों को भी धन्यवाद देता हूं और ईश्वर से प्रार्थना करता हूं कि गोल्ड मेडल जीते। हम सभी भारतीयों का शुभकामना है।
To participate in the Olympic quiz, tune into our Sports Scan program every day at 7:20 p.m.
In the run-up to the Tokyo Olympics, the News Services Division of All India Radio in its Sports Scan program is broadcasting every day Olympics quiz with AIR News. Olympics quiz, Akashvani Samachar ke saath in Hindi. Every day, a question related to Olympics will be asked at the beginning and closing of the program. To participate in this program, listeners can send the replies by email on airsportscan@gmail.com. The first correct answer received through email will be adjudged the winner of the quiz. The name of the winner will be announced in Sports Scan program the next day. It will also be flashed on AIR Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts. The Sports Authority of India will provide India team jersey to the winner. So tune in to the Sports Scan program every day at 7:20 p.m. on FM Gold and on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official.
लक्ष्य तेरा सामने है जीत के है आना.
In women's cricket, India will take on host England in the second T20 match of the series at home today. The hosts beat India in the first T20 match by 18 runs through Duckworth-Lewis method as rain hit Northampton in England on Friday. The third and final T20 match of the series will be played at Chelmsford on 14th of July.
In Eurocup football tournament, England will take on Italy in the summit clash at Wembley Stadium in London tonight. England reached its first final in 55 years as captain Harry Kane settled a 10 semi-final against Denmark with the extra time strike that sealed a 2-1 win at Wembley. For the first time since beating West Germany in the 1966 World Cup final, England will contest the title match of the major tournament. Italy, on the other hand, defeated Spain on penalties in the first semi-final to reach the finals. Italy, undefeated in the last 33 games, have been one of the most impressive teams in the tournament. It will be England's first European Championship showpiece against an Italian side who last won the tournament in 1968. In Wimbledon tennis, defending champion Novak Djokovic will clash with Italy's Matteo Berrettini for men's singles title tonight. World number 1 Djokovic defeated 10th seed Denis Shapovalov, while 7th seed Berrettini thrashed Poland's Hubert Hurkacz in semi-finals. Australian top seed Ashley Barty has won the women's singles title, defeating 8th seed Karolina Pliskova of Czech Republic. Barty won the first set 6-3, but Pliskova fought back to win the second set 7-6 to level the contest one set each. Barty made a strong comeback and won the third set 6-3 to clinch the title. In Bihar, in some more news, in Bihar, flood situation continues to be grim as water level of several rivers, including Bagmati, Buri Gandak, Kosi and Ganga is rising. These rivers are flowing above danger marks. Surging waters of rivers are engulfing fresh areas in Darbhanga, Samastipur, Muzaffarpur and Gopalganj. Normal life has been paralyzed in flood-affected areas of the state and people are moving to safer places. Rail and road traffic have been disrupted in flood-ravaged areas of the state.
And now let's take a look at the weather forecast for the day. Jammu is likely to have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 23 and 30 degrees Celsius. Srinagar will also have a cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Temperature will hover between 23 and 30 degrees Celsius. Leh may see a partly cloudy sky with temperatures rising from a minimum of 13 to a maximum of 32 degrees Celsius. Gilgit will also have a mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 18 and 41 degrees Celsius. Muzaffarabad will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Minimum temperature was 24, while maximum is going to be around 34 degrees Celsius. Dehradun is likely to have a partly cloudy sky with possibility of heavy rain or thunderstorm. Chandigarh will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunderstorm. Hyderabad will have a generally cloudy sky with a few spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature was 24, while maximum will be around 30 degrees Celsius. Ahmedabad will have a generally cloudy sky with heavy rain. Minimum temperature was 27, while maximum will be around 37 degrees Celsius. Bhopal will have a generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Temperature will hover between 24 and 35 degrees Celsius. Itanagar will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Kohima will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Temperature will hover between 19 and 27 degrees Celsius, while Imphal will have a generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers. Minimum temperature was 22, while maximum will be around 27 degrees Celsius. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath unveils new state population policy 2021-2030. NIA raids multiple locations in Kashmir Valley. Alleged accused arrested in terror funding case. External Affairs Ministry says Consulate General in Kandahar is open. Indian staff brought back for time being due to intense fighting near Kandahar city. More than 37 crore 60 lakh COVID-19 vaccine doses administered so far under nationwide vaccination drive. National COVID-19 recovery rate reaches 97.2%. Prime Minister Narendra Modi asked people of the country to nominate people doing exceptional work at the grassroots level for Padma Awards. Nominations open till 15th of September. Thawarchand Gehlot sworn in as 19th Governor of Karnataka. Vinay Prakash appointed as Resident Grievance Officer for Twitter India. In women's cricket, second T20 match between India and England to be played at Hove today. Italy to lock horns with England in summit clash of Eurocup football in London this evening. And defending champion Novak Djokovic to clash with Italy's Matteo Berrettini for men's singles of Wimbledon tennis tonight. For details of these stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and News on AIR app. And with that, we end the midday news.